everyone, I'm Lindsay from homademommy.net, and today I'm going to show you how I make homemade mayo. I'm going to be doing it in a food processor today. I know some of you use a stick blender, and that's perfectly fine. I just prefer to use a food processor because I just find that it makes a lot more volume of mayonnaise for me, and so that's the way that I prefer to do it. It's fairly easy. I'm going to put in 3 pastured egg yolks, and I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of raw honey. And I like to use 2 teaspoons just to give it that nice sweetness. I'm also going to add in some homemade mustard here that I made this morning. And about 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And this is the high mineral salt that I'm using here. Oh, I also put about 1 teaspoon of the mustard as well. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to give this a whir after I get that honey in there. Okay. So I'm going to put this on, and this is going to be noisy here. I'm going to put this on for about 30 seconds and let that all incorporate. And then the important part, and this is the only trick to making mayonnaise, is to not just dump the olive oil in. And you really want to start slowly like that. And just kind of go in an nice even stream. This is going to allow the emulsion to happen and the mayonnaise to start to come together. So it should be starting to get thicker now. I think you guys can see that. Now I'm using extra virgin olive oil, but you don't have to. I've actually melted ghee before and done about half ghee, half olive oil. Or you can use like a refined coconut oil. I find that if I use the raw virgin coconut oil, it tastes a little bit like suntan lotion. So I don't personally like to use that. I don't mind the taste of the extra virgin olive oil. Some people find it bitter, but I think that's why in my recipe I add 2 teaspoons of honey just to sweeten that and cut that bitter flavor. So you can really see how it's starting to get really thick here. And I haven't dumped this in quickly. I'm just slowly pouring it in. But now that it's coming together, I can pour a little bit faster. Now after this is done, I'm going to be pouring in 1 tablespoon of sauerkraut juice. And what this is going to do, the reason why this is pink is this is from a batch of purple kraut. There we go. All right, so it's done. The reason why I added the sauerkraut juice was to ferment the mayonnaise to preserve it. So when we put it into the jar here, we are going to be setting this out for about 7 hours. So I'm going to set a timer, and that's going to allow the mayonnaise to really preserve and ferment, and that will allow you to keep it for about a month. So normally if I just made it without the sauerkraut juice, then it would only keep for a few days. You can also, if you don't have your own ferments going, then you can actually use liquid whey by draining the watery stuff off the top of some whole milk yogurt that's plain, and you can just get 1 tablespoon of that, and you can use that to ferment the mayonnaise as well. So that is basically it. I'm going to scoop this in here so you can see what it looks like. Here we go. That's mayonnaise. I hope you guys enjoy this and you found it easy, and I hope that you really will try making this. It's really quick, really easy to make your own homemade fermented mayo.